Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Happy New Year, Week 17, over-under picks. Let's get this money. New soccer betting station coming soon. I'll let you know on Instagram. Next game, we got the New York Jets at the Seattle Seahawks, over under 42.5. I'm going to surprise over here, and I understand the Seahawks offense is struggling. Jets offense has been struggling, but I think this is going to be an extremely close game. I think this game pushes over late. It's looking like Lockett might play for the Seahawks, and I've been saying the last 2 or 3 weeks, Lockett is just so important to this team. The offense doesn't function without him. And the Jets defense, while they've been good, you can still move the ball on them. They're not unbeatable by any means. But the big thing is Mike White going up against one of the worst defenses in the league. We've been fading the Jets ever since Mike White has injured. Now that he's back in there, I just think the Jets are able to put up points. I think they're able to move the ball. I'm going over the 42.5. Mike White against a bad defense. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Las Vegas Raiders, over under 41.5. Money. We got news in. Derek Carr is out of this game. He's benched. He's been sent home. I'm going under, making a damn money pick. 6-pick Stidham is in the mix now, and he didn't look bad during the preseason, but this is an absolute worst-case scenario if you're a young quarterback. Maybe the best defensive line in the league with the most attacking defense in the league. In your first game in this Raiders offensive line, they haven't been good pass blocking the whole year, and you got to think the 49ers are going to stop the run. And I don't know how much help Stidham's going to get. Devontae Adams didn't look too interested in the press conference today. We know the 49ers, they've been moving the ball consistently with Purdy, but this under is more about the Raiders offense against the Niners defense. I'm going under the 41.5. Next game, Thursday Night Football. We got the Dallas Cowboys, them boys, at the Tennessee Titans, over under 39.5. I'm going over. And we don't know how much the Cowboys starters are going to play this game. We know pretty much the whole starting defense, especially the front seven of the Tennessee Titans, they're out. I think Dallas has a field day. I think Dallas gets to the 30s. I'm not sure how this game will play out. Will Dallas rest starters? All I do is I seem to think this could be a blowout. I think Malik Willis is a little bit better than he was against the Texans. Maybe some garbage points in play. I'm going over the 39.5. I have no interest in betting this game. Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, over under 40.5. I'm going under, and this is an interesting game. But what I think plays out in this game is I think the Tampa Bay offense struggles, and I don't think Carolina's going to be able to pound the Buccaneers like they pound the Lions. I see a lot of running the football. I see a lot of punting in this game. There's only so much Tom Brady can do at this point. I'm not out on Tom Brady, but let's be honest, that Cardinals performance scared the bejeevers out of me. I want nothing with Tampa Bay if we're talking about putting up points. I'm going under the 40.5. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Washington No Names, over under 40.5. Money. I'm going under. The way these two teams play football is they play it at a really slow pace. They both run it a lot. They bring down the play play clock. There aren't a whole lot of possessions. Carson Wentz coming in now for the no-names. I don't think it'll help that much, although Carson Wentz always due for a turnover, but isn't Heineke anyways if he's asked to throw the ball. I just see a lot of running the football this game. I think both defenses have a big day. Browns defense has been better these last 5-6 weeks, and we know this Washington no-names defense is extremely stout against the run. I'm going under the 40.5, making a money pick. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Philadelphia Eagles. Over, under 44. I'm going over. This Eagles offense just keeps putting up points, even with Minshew there. We saw what they did against a very good Cowboys defense last week. But I got questions about this Eagles defense. I know they're facing Andy Dalton. I know this Saints offense never really got into rhythm mode this year. But the Eagles just give up too many points, and they specifically give up too many second-half points. I could see the Eagles' defense coming out and having a really good first half, and I could see the Saints getting 17-20 in the second half alone. I'm going over the 44. I really like this one. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. Over, under 48. I'm going over. I think this is a close game, and I see everyone picking the Packers this game and thinking the Packers will stop the Vikings down. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not getting too excited about the Packers. I know that Tua threw 3 interceptions, 3 straight drives, but I'm just not all that excited about their defense. I think the Vikings put up points. I think the Packers will manufacture points. Minnesota has a really, really bad defense. We understand that. I'm going over the 48. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Atlanta Falcons. Over, under 42. Money. I'm going under. Even with Colt McCoy getting back in there, I'm going under because of pace of game. But also, this Cardinals offense, they're not well coached. They're completely discombobulated. I think the Falcons control time of possession this game. Colt McCoy will make some plays, but I don't see them getting over 17 points. See like a 2017 game here. I'm going under, making a money pick. Next game, we got the Chicago Bears, the Bears, at the Detroit Lions. Over, under 52. I'm going over. Remember earlier in the year, we bet over when the Lions were at the Bears. I don't have as much confidence this time, but I'm going over the 52. This Bears defense, they completely stripped what little talent there is. A lot of players in their secondary are banged up. You got a Lions team that has a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. That loss, that performance against the Carolina Panthers was absolutely pathetic, and that's the type of stuff that will haunt you in dreams. That game haunted me all week, and I'm not a Lions fan. I just think the Lions offense gets to their 30s here. And when you talk about Justin Fields, you talk about 5 or 6 dynamic, energetic plays a game. I think that's enough to push this over. I know the Bears offense doesn't have a lot of weapons. I know this Lions defense has gotten a little bit more competent, but how competent after watching them last week against the Panthers? I'm going over the 52. Next game, we got the Jacksonville Jags at the Houston Texans. Over, under 43.5. I'm going over. There's not a lot of science. I do wonder how long the Jags starters play in this game. But I'm counting on the Jags starters playing the first 3 quarters. But one thing about this Texans team the last 4 weeks, the offense has been sneaky. They're running the ball. They're getting more creative with play action. They're throwing a lot on first down, which is surprising opposing teams. I just think the Texans manufacture enough to push this over. Next game, we got the Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. Over, under 41 and a half. I'm going in over here. I know. Theodore Bridgewater is starting against Matt Patricia and Mac Jones. I completely understand it. It sounds crazy. It borderline sounds delusional. But I think this game goes down to the last seconds of the fourth quarter. I think this game pushes over really late. I think this is a one-score game the whole way. I think this is an absolute dogfight. But I see problems with both defenses. We know the Patriots defense, they have problems covering people. And I know Teddy can't throw it deep. But Tyreek Hill and Waddle, they can make something out of nothing. As for the Patriots, in the second half, they get a little bit better because that's when I think Mac Jones starts audibling. I think they start going off the cuff because Matt Patricia's game plans are absolutely terrible. But this Miami Dolphins defense has their weaknesses. We saw it last week against the Packers. I'm going over the 41 and a half. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams. Baker at the Los Angeles Chargers. Over, under 41. Money. Money, I'm going over. I think this Rams team with Baker wants to show something. I think this Rams offense with Baker is finding a little bit of rhythm. I was one of the few people to call that Rams upset against the Broncos last week. I would have never called it a blowout, but I think the Rams get positive momentum going here. We know the Chargers defense has been really good these last 5-6 weeks. I still think they have holes. I think the Rams can get the play action pass going. On the other side, this Rams defense is absolutely decimated. Herbert needs to get into the zone here. Lombardi needs to call better plays. And another week of Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and Herbert with Eckler. You got to think they got some good matchup advantages against the Rams defense. I'm going over, making a money pick. It's my favorite over-under of the week. Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pick it at the Baltimore Ravens. Over, under 35. I'm going under here, but there isn't a lot of science. First of all, 35 is really low for an NFL game. We know that. And there isn't that bad of weather. The weather will not hinder this game one iota. So this is why I'm being cautious. I'm going under because I don't know what Huntley's going to get. The kid played better last year, but he's kind of been a train wreck this year. Pickett coming back. Steelers offense is decent when he's in there. I just don't think we see a lot of points. I love what the Ravens defense has been doing. Give me the under the 35. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs. Over, under 45. I'm going under. 45 is about as low as it gets for a Chiefs game. But I think the Broncos will get that new coach boost. It is powerful. It is real. It has been proven. I think the defense comes out and plays really good. I don't see Mahomes getting into the 30s, and I don't see the Chiefs trying to get into the 30s. We've seen the way they've played these games. They'll bring their C- game and win by 10 points and be happy with it. I mean, Russell Wilson, what's he going to do, man? If Rippon was in here, maybe I would lean towards over, but Russell Wilson floats into sack after sack after sack. Give me the under 45 in this game. Next game, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Cincinnati Bengals. Over, under 49.5. I'm going over. I like the over here. There's just something about this game that makes me think it's going to turn into a shootout. And when you have two damn good quarterbacks, two gunslingers, these games tend to turn into that. And I think both defenses have their issues. I think Von Miller being out for the Bills has hurt them the last second half of the season. I think the Bengals have issues in the secondary, even though they play really good team defense. I believe this goes over. I see like a 27-24 game. Not enough margin to be betting, but I got the over in the Bills-Bengals. Good game on Monday Night Football. Let's finish the week. Slam that like button. We got the Indianapolis Colts at the New York Giants. Over, under 38.5. I'm going to surprise over. Maybe the Giants just blow the Colts out this game, but I think we're going to see a better Nick Foles performance than we did on Monday night. I'm not optimistic, but one thing I am optimistic about, it does feel like the Giants are getting a little bit of a second wind. You saw them move the ball really well against the Vikings. I'm going over the 38.5. There isn't a lot of science. Slam that like button, share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet. Happy New Year to all of you guys out there. Let's get it this week.